Hi Virgo, welcome. So Virgo, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I already have a bunch of cards out. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right. So Virgo, I actually started this reading and then, I don't know, something fell off. So I came back to the reading. And so, you might feel like just a little bit off or like something's a little bit off. And I was also getting messages when I meditated on the collective Virgo energy about a redo, coming back to something, getting a chance to redo something, reestablish something in your life. So we are in a retrograde, right? Which sometimes can bring us back to things that we have yet to resolve within ourselves, with other people, things that need to get accomplished, etc., etc. So you may be experiencing that during January into February. So let's see what cards came out and get straight into it for you, Virgo. I only wanted one, but you had four. I'm going to go ahead and keep them. Also, fours may be significant. Watch for the number 444 on the clock and maybe look up the spiritual meaning of that. But you have the first house here, the ascendant, Saturn, and Mars. So you have Aries, Virgo energy out. Some of you could have that placements in your chart or be dealing with someone who does. But this is talking about a whole new perspective on yourself, a whole different outlook on life and on this connection. And then this is talking about bringing wisdom to the forefront, right, before you take any action, and steering away from impulsiveness. Right? So sometimes this Mars energy can be a little bit erratic, unpredictable, or impulsive. And there's this encouragement here to stay disciplined, to stay grounded during this time frame as things begin to shift in your perspective, as things begin to shift in the dynamics of this relationship. All right. So we're going to now look at the overall crowning energy for you, Virgo, and the person you may be connecting with. And then we're going to look at the recent past, what led up to the now, how are you both thinking and feeling right now, and most likely future outcome. So you have the Five of Pentacles showing up, which talks about feeling alone, isolated. Sometimes this also can talk about loss or abandonment or issues with that, fears around that, Virgo. And I am hearing the words a fearful state of mind. So that might have been plaguing you as we ended December in particular, okay, 2022. Might have been a very weird or tumultuous, difficult time for some of you, or if nothing else, at minimum, you could have just felt a little bit off, okay? And they're also giving me the word off-putting. So there could have been something going on as well that seemed off-putting to you, whether it's to deal with this person or just like in general what you have going on in your life. This person has the Six of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse, right? So this card talks about giving and receiving. In the reverse, it's like something's not being reciprocated here, okay? So I feel like this person may be in this space where they don't feel open to be generous with their time and energy, or there's a lack of reciprocation within the connection. And that could be coming from your end or their end. Take it as it resonates. It is a general reading. So let's look at the recent past then, Virgo, for you first, and what led us to the now moment for my Virgos. You have the Strength card. And for some reason, I feel a little bit rushed. So it's like this very busy type of energy that I'm feeling around you, Virgo. You might also just find yourself keeping busy, staying busy, or just like maybe have a busy schedule. Anyways, so you have the Strength card, the 10 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like sometimes it feels like to you like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And it's because you're taking on too much, okay? And I'm not talking about activities, although some of you, yes, you know, taking on too much physical activities, but I'm really more so talking about the burdens that we carry in our mind. You know, feeling like you have a lot riding on something that you have going on, or just a lot of heavy energy possibly in your psyche. I feel that, sorry, hold on. I feel like from your perspective, you feel like you can handle whatever you've taken on, but I'm getting a message from Spirit that you're taking on too much, okay? Or be careful about trying to take on too much or take on other people's problems and issues. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when we're in a close connection with other people, we feel it's our obligation, right, to be in the struggle with them, or, you know, we tend to take on other people's issues or energy. But it's okay to step away from that when you need to, Virgo, so that you can place the focus on what's most important to you, and understand that everybody on this planet has their own guiding light. We are all sent here with guides, with guidance, with an emotional guidance system. And you can rely on the fact that other people, if they tap into that, do have the resources and solutions needed as well as you. You also have that available to you. So it's not really your job to take on other people's problems, and you can alleviate a lot of stress from your life once you start understanding that you are not the end all and be all for everyone. You are the end all and be all for you. And everyone else on this planet is doing the same thing as well. So you can relieve yourself of guilt as well if you have some guilt around that. There's like this innate knowledge that is showing up too about, I feel like innately you know what you want to build and you know what you want to go towards, and it's just like finding the time and being open to the solutions is all you really need to do, okay? And they're also highlighting patience, also the number 7, okay? So it could be the month of July, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, 777. Watch for that number as well. So let's see what this person has going on leading up into the now. Virgo. Person Virgo is connecting with. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Whoa, their card shot out. Okay. The Ace of Cups in the upright, the King of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. So I feel like Virgo, whoever you're connecting with here, in the recent past, I feel like there's been some sort of damper here in this person's energy. The Ace of Wands in the reverse is like not feeling inspired, not feeling like giving, not feeling maybe that motivation to go towards what they love. Even though I feel like this person has a great deal of emotion going on or love for the connection, there seems to be like a lack of motivation on. Okay. I was getting a primary motivator. It's like this person is missing, they're missing something here. And it has to deal with what motivates them. Or there's something that was missing from the connection, possibly that unmotivated them. Weird message. Okay. King of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles is also in their energy. So I feel like Virgo, this person has been at odds with themselves in their heart and their mind, but I feel like they're coming to peace with that. So the 2 of Pentacles in reverse is like coming to some sort of conclusion after going back and forth. So I do feel like there's like this back and forth that was going on within this person. Do I want to give? Do I feel inspired? Am I motivated to go in this direction? And then there's another part of them that was kind of feeling like, well, this is where my heart is, or this is what I love. And for a while, like bouncing back and forth between those two. And then now, as we come into the January energy, I feel like this person has some sort of resolve or resolution within them and has made some sort of decision. So let's go into perception then, and how you both are perceiving the connection, what you got going on in your mind space and the now energy. Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, Justice, and the King of Swords. So I also feel like when I dip into your side of the cards, I feel overwhelmed a little bit. Okay, so there's that message too about like not allowing yourself to take on more than you can handle or bite off more than you can chew, to the point where you get overwhelmed and like start doing impulsive things. Be very careful about that, Virgo. Could be tempting as we go into Aquarius season in particular. But you have the Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands. So this is like, this card talks about choices and this one talks about surrender. So there's some sort of choice here that has needed to be made. And I feel like you're coming to also this acceptance of something, all right? It almost feels like you've been trying to make a decision with your blinders on, like just trying to feel it out intuitively, emotionally. There could be a lot of unknowns in the situation, or things that you're finding out and discovering as we go through January. It definitely is giving you pause for reflection, or to take some time to really think through the situation here. And also I'm hearing the task at hand. So pay attention to the task at hand, one task at a time, right? Again, there's that message about like, I don't know, you got ADD or something, or I definitely know a few Virgos that have ADD. But it's like staying focused on one thing at a time is going to alleviate stress for you. So taking into account and perspective also, I feel this person and what they have going on. So I actually feel, Virgo, you trying to be approachable, but also understanding, right? Because this is seeing both sides of the coin. You might have spent a lot of time like trying to see the situation from this person's standpoint or perspective, or if nothing else, trying to be considerate is what you're being guided to do. But I actually feel like you are trying to take into consideration all sides of a situation, right, before you make assumptions. Assumptions is the word. So let's see this person's point of view then. And I can hear that Ariana Grande song. Point of View is the name of the song. Check it out. She says, I love to see me from your point of view. I want to love me the way that you love me. All right. So anyways, so it's interesting because this person has a similar energy as you. Like this person is also trying to take everything into account. And they're also giving me the word accountability as being something really important, either for this person to own or for the both of you to take into consideration. There's some sort of movement or progression here that this person is stressing about, and maybe has even been at odds about in their own mind, in their own perspective. There's this big, strong message here about independence and freedom, being a big component to this person, how they feel and how they make decisions, right? So I feel like this person is not wanting to make any decisions that may obligate or tie down or somehow dampen their ability to choose for themselves, as that's kind of overriding the situation almost to a fault. Like, I feel like it's healthy for all of us to be independent and self-reliant, but I feel like this person may lean so heavily in that direction, it's almost to a fault, where it negates some of the other things that are really important to them that they love, you know. But it's something for this person to work on as to how to incorporate others into their plans, right? It's interesting to me that the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This talks about foundations, home, family. In the reverse, there could be some disorganization going on there, or things that need to be dealt with as it pertains to that. And this person's really thinking heavily about it. And they're trying to take that into consideration before they make any big changes or moves. But they also have fear of change. Okay, so it's like if this person is used to doing things the way that they've always done them, and yet they want change, but yet they fear it at the same time, because they would have to give up control. So let's go deeper into the heart chakra, into the love. How are you feeling underneath all of it? That was the head space. Now we're going to go into the heart space. Oh my goodness. All your cards came out at once. So you have here the Nine of Cups and the King of Pentacles in the reverse, which is your energy, whether you're male or female. As it is a general reading, the Devil and the Lovers. So this is showing up in the emotions in your heart space. It's a bit of feeling off, you know, like this is your card, right? Again, representing earth energy, and it's in the reverse. So it's like kind of not feeling like yourself or feeling as grounded as you could. And yet there's all of these blessings around you, Virgo, that you may or may not even be acknowledging or appreciating. Do not communicate your emotions when you're not feeling like yourself, because I feel like there's a chance that that's going to backfire on you, especially when it comes to this connection. So if you're feeling off, you're not feeling like yourself, that's not the time. I'm sorry, I heard off your rocker. That's not the time to express yourself, especially if you are under the influence of something, right? Because you have two cards here that talk about being under the influence. Okay, take it or leave it. It could also represent for others of you like this fixation, this extreme fixation on this person or this connection or how you feel, to the point that it's like almost, it's so intense it could feel burdensome, right? If you're not able to get it off your chest in a healthy way, in a productive way. And I think that's why there's all these messages about like productivity and one task at a time and blah, blah, blah. Because I feel like those are things that are all going to keep you grounded, yes. But there's also this big emphasis on self-control and discipline, which is right in your wheelhouse, Virgo. I feel like you are one of the hardest working signs in the zodiac, and that's true of just about every Virgo I know. But it's like, overworking your mind or something is a hindrance to you, right? I can still hear that song. So let's see what's going on in this person's emotional space. I also feel like there's like a lot of reflections going on, you know, I can't, I couldn't get my words out. I keep finding myself like drifting off in the middle of your reading. I don't know. It's like your mind is drifting. It doesn't feel bad. It feels like, I don't know, but it does feel hard to keep my concentration at the same time. So you may be experiencing that. All right, so you have this person in their heart space. They have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Six of Wands. So there's two new beginnings showing up for this person in their heart space, Virgo. There's an opportunity for this person to invite more fun and excitement into their lives, but also new connections or opening themselves up to this connection possibly. But there's a huge hindrance here, and that is the Three of Swords, which is talking about heartache, heartbreak, wounds that we haven't healed. And somehow this has to do with like the way that this person functions as far as like their independence or self-reliance goes. You know, sometimes like when we've been vulnerable in a connection and then we get hurt, it can create this response where then in the future we don't really want to open up fully or trust fully or be fully vulnerable for fear of, right, getting hurt again. But if you go through all of your life with fear of getting hurt, you're never going to really live. You know what I mean? Instead, put it into the perspective of, I survived that hurt and I'm still alive, so that means I'll survive it again, you know? Because you can't ward off pain and bad things. We're human, we're on this planet. It could happen, it may not happen. You don't really know. But you have to go into life with a positive mind frame that even if the world brings you something you do not want or you did not want to experience, that you will undoubtedly move forward and be all right, because you always have and you always will. And that's where your guidance comes in, right? So I feel like this person they're lacking that understanding, or some of them are arriving at that understanding, but all in due time. I feel like this person will be successful in overcoming this kind of fear of being hurt, but also of losing their independence. And when they do finally reach that point of overcoming it, there's like 2 brand new beginnings right on the horizon for this person that are going to bring more joy into their life. They also gave me the word luck, and also an opportunity for connections, or this connection. So let's see what's in the most likely future outcome then for you first. And all the outcomes can be changed based on free will. Okay, I'm just giving you a snapshot. Ooh, I just had a heart palpitation. 6 of Cups. The Empress. And the Ace of Cups. And then we had one fly out over here. The 8 of Swords. So, Virgo. Ooh, there's a song right there. Anyways, what I was going to say is there's something here about past relationships. As well as the relationship with the mother figure in your life. That's somehow impacting decision-making, the connection, how you handle love in general. This could be good, this could be negative. It just all depends on your upbringing, your perspective, and your past. But it's all in the mix. Like, it's all a part of what's going on in the now. Some of you are needing to relinquish, release, or move away from some of these past behaviors or past relationships. And I don't mean like on a physical level. I'm not even saying these things are still currently around you. I'm talking about in the mental, in your mind. I heard stop referencing the past. Stop referencing the past. If you keep referencing the past and comparing it to your now, you literally recreate the past into your now. So unless you want to repeat the past, you're being encouraged to steer away from that type of thinking. Also, there's an encouragement here to be patient with yourself. That's come out twice. But also to take care of self. To really rely on self. There's all this love here, Virgo, and yet all this fear at the same time. Some of you have a fear of love. A fear of being loved or being in love. Isn't that silly? And I'm saying that to be facetious. It's not silly. A lot of people struggle with that. I'm serious. Like a lot. A lot of people struggle with that. Especially if you've been through some things. You know, especially for my older Virgos. You know, there could be like this fear of what could go wrong, of abandonment, of loss. Maybe you've experienced that before, but you're still carrying it with you, that expectation. And as long as you carry that negative expectation, you cannot experience anything outside of that negative expectation, right? Because we manifest through our mind. And so your thoughts are very powerful here. So the encouragement here, Virgo, is to kind of move away from that energy and to allow yourself to love, you know, to be open to that. Let's see this person's most likely future outcome. 5 of Swords, the Sun. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Are these in the reverse? Yeah, they are. Okay, sorry. That was my cards. User error. All right, let's see. And the Seven of Wands. Okay. There's a lot of restlessness going on in this person's energy. I feel that there's some sort of disconnect going on, okay? Where it's like this person has a lot of things yet to resolve within themselves when it comes to relationships or this connection or just like in general. I feel they have some battle scars here that kind of, it put them in a place where they didn't feel motivated anymore to go towards what they love. It's almost like kind of a feeling of giving up. And this is in the past. This is not the now energy. And this in the past, this person has felt like giving up, you know, only to kind of come back around to something or come back again. And there's that redo energy here and try again. Okay. I feel like this person is a little bit guarded and especially protective over their independence or their ability to choose for themselves, because they've been let down, right? Before they've depended on another and it didn't pan out. And so this person has learned self-reliance, which is a positive, but they overly rely on self to the point that they tend to push away others, and then it becomes a fault of theirs. And so there's this energy of like them needing to work that out within themselves so that they can be a little bit more open. It's like this person is heavily contemplating what makes them happy, what would bring them the most success, how to get into the space of peace of mind, and yet restless over it, overthinking it, to the point that it creates almost the opposite effect of what they're looking for. And yet they're kind of going through this phase where they're sifting through what's important to them and what they love. And so this is a necessary process, but it's all happening internally, right? So you may or may not be aware of this. This person may or may not be communicating with you. But I feel like there's a lot going on in the internal world of this person that needs to go on, right? Because they're going through this process of selectively choosing which direction they want to go in. And the encouragement for them is not to be impulsive about it, but to take that time to really think over or mull over something. They definitely want to feel happy and successful, and they're looking for a way that that can happen, right, in their life or within this connection. So let's see what the guidance is then for you, Virgo, and then this person. Of course. It says ground yourself. That was like the original message I had at the beginning. I love when the cards like corroborate with my story. You know what I mean? And then this person has ancestral wisdom. So your card says being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are signs that you are not grounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine. So again, that message here about staying in control of self and allowing things to weigh themselves out over time and being patient, and yet still love yourself. Take care of yourself, Virgo. Be open to good possibilities. Expect better for yourself. I don't care what the past has brought you. Expect that this chapter will be different, and it will, because you get what you expect. All right? This person has ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this time to learn and grow from your past. You are our legacy and we will keep helping you evolve. This person is also needing to learn how to grow from their past experiences, not torture themselves by overthinking their past experiences. So both of you are kind of similarly learning the same thing, which is super interesting. So I'm going to leave it there for now, Virgo. Zodiac signs you might be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer. All right. Aries energy again. Leo, Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, Libra. Those are the predominant zodiac signs, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section, where you can also find the donation link. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Virgo. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.